Hey everybody, welcome one and all to another edition of Tell It Like It Is. And as always, this and other podcasts in the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day Podcast family are brought to you by the power of 5. If you like what we're doing, consider supporting the channel and at the very least, hit the like button. Good things happen when you do good things. We also want to let you know that this is the last week that we're going to run our promotion where we're giving away a free HP laptop. All you got to do to be in it to win it is hit the subscribe button. That's it. What you might want to do is, as a sort of redundancy, type in done in the comment section, but you don't have to. We wanted to make it as easy as possible. And in about a week's time, we're going to raffle off the laptop, announce the winner on air, and send that wonderful laptop to some lucky user's way. So, if you want to be in it to win it, you gotta hit enter it. And to enter it, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. And now, with all that stuff out the way, we are going to get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation, and we're going to talk about entitlement. Entitlement in today's modern marketplace. The dating sphere. The marriage sphere. Whatever you want to call it. Now, before we even get started, I want to let you all know something about how I feel in the matter. And how I feel is that we're cooked. Dating is done. Unless something major happens, I don't see it getting any better. And when I say getting better, I'm talking extinction level event. At which time none of us will cease to care because we won't be here. That's how bad it is. Now, do I wish that it wasn't this way? Do I wish that, things could get better and that we could be all one big happy family and we can all get along? Do I really wish that?
Nope.
No, I don't. But I don't see it getting any better either. Because when everything's said and done, there are too many people invested in the way things are that stand to lose a whole lot if things were to get better. Or if things were to be different. I don't even say better. I'll say different. And they don't want that. So they want to keep things the way they are. And they want to continue making money off of our backs. And they want to get rich on us. I can't blame them for that because we are in a capitalistic society. But at the same time, how much is too much? How much must you have before you can say, okay, I've had enough, that's enough, I can coast from here on out? Because that's what you should do. Well, once again, if your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle. We don't live in that world. We don't live in coulda, woulda, shoulda land. We operate in facts. And the facts are things aren't getting any better. I don't see them getting any better anytime soon. And we as a species are done for. I hope and pray someone proves me wrong. I really, really do. But I don't see it. But I digress. That's a topic for another podcast for another day. Let's get back into this one And we're going to be taken to the world of Fresh and Fit. Shout out to Myron and Walter and all those guys. And they have Tommy Sotomayor, another one of my favorites on this panel. And they're going to show you just how entitled women are. So without any further ado, let's get involved.
I said that, but let me explain what I'm talking about here. Would it be fair to say that every single one of you wants a family of children one day?
Yes.
Right?
If you can.
Fair. So, if all of you want a family of children, let me ask you this. Is what you're doing right now at this moment getting you closer or further away from it?
Nope.
I can already answer that question. No, they're not getting any better. But here's the trick, and here's what is infuriatingly unbelievable about it all. They don't see it. They really don't. They don't see how they're missing out. Let's get back into it.
Neither.
Further, would you say it's going further or closer to it, to that goal?
I don't really think it matters, honestly.
No, it does, because this is what you said you want a family, right? At some point. So it does matter. So
Let's say further away.
I guess since I'm 18, it's further, but
that's all I'm asking. Is what you're doing at this very moment with your life bringing you further or closer to a family with kids? What about you?
I mean, probably further, but I don't want that in my life anyway. I don't want kids or marriage.
She did say that.
But further, that's fine.
Okay, but you do want a partner.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Neither or.
Well, you might be the only one on the panel. Might be getting closer actually because you've been.
That's what I told
Yeah.
her.
What about you?
You don't want it?
Well, what I'm currently doing, I'm not like looking for a husband, so I guess. But also, I do think like monetarily.
All right, ladies. I asked a very simple question. I said, number one, do you want a family of kids? Almost all of you said yes. Then I said, is what you're doing right now making it? Is it bringing you closer to that goal or further from that goal? Which one?
It's a simple exercise. He's just asking whether you're looking for it or not. Is what you're doing, would it be conducive to finding this? Or would it be not that you want it? Just what you're...
Oh, sorry about constantly cutting in like this. We're going to put a link on the bottom so that you can watch it in its entirety, uninterrupted. But the entitlement is already starting to ooze out. Because the question asked is simple. He asked first, did everybody want a partner or to get married at some point? They all pretty much said yes. He then said, based upon that answer, are what you're doing now bringing you further to your goal or further from your goal? That's a binary question. What a binary answer. You're either getting closer to it, which means you're on the path to getting it, or you're further away, which means it's not that important and you're backing away from it. Where in the name of decency does all this extraneous fluff come from? Now, the girl's talking right now, she looks good. I'm not going to lie. She looks good. But she's got a head full of bricks. I mean, concrete has more brain power than she does at this point. Now, let's get back into it and see if this gets any better.
Doing, would you say this was...
Thank you, Tommy.
Either or.
Stupid.
Because you gotta think like, kids are a lot of money. It's like 1.5 million to raise a kid nowadays.
That's not the
This
question.
is not the question.
No,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it's closer.
Okay.
'Cause
So
I'm-
Already, I'm triggered. Already. You see how this works? That's what she sounds like. Completely and totally unintelligible. And why? The question answer is simple. The answer is binary. It's a yes or no, further or closer. That's it. if he wanted to know anything else about the answer, he'd ask her, well, why do you think that way? But she's not even answering the stupid question. She's not even answering the question at this point. So what is she there for? What is she doing? Let's get back to it.
Making money for the child, you know?
All right, that's
Are you
female
closer
gymnastics.
to marriage now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, that's what I said.
Simple question.
I said I'm
Hold
not
on.
closer to marriage,
You
but
can't
we're
be-
talking about kids and
You can't
a
be this dumb.
husband.
You can't
I
be
mean,
this
girl,
dumb.
you're young too, so your priorities are
that's what I'm
different. Your
saying, it's
priorities are
like-
different.
No,
You're
her
not in that
understanding
mindset.
is different.
Yeah,
This is
I know.
about
Oh man, Shevitz. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I don't care how young she is. She's not that stupid. No one is that stupid. But then again, it goes back to something that Myron said. Shout out to Myron. He said that women can be objectively stupid. But as long as they look good, they'll get by fine in life. And this is a perfect example of it. She's a good-looking girl. She is a good-looking girl. She's pleasing to the eye. Her aesthetics hold up. She looks good. But the minute she opens her mouth, she kills it. Which brings me to mind one of my favorite sayings. Better that you say nothing and get the appearance of being foolish than opening your mouth and removing all doubt. And she's doing that. And she's not even doing it on purpose. This is the way she thinks. She thinks non-linearly. And that's, okay, she has some blame in there, yeah, but that's also society. Because society teaches women, you don't have to think. They'll do that for you. But at the same time, you don't need them. Which is an oxymoron if I've ever heard one. How could you not need someone and then need them? I'm gonna challenge the listeners out there. In the comments down below, answer that question. How can you need someone and not need them at the same time? That's going to be a future show. So the answers on there are going to flesh out the show and give ideas on what we're talking about. Let's get back to it.
Like below the
this
age
is
of
about
25.
comprehension, though.
Below the age of 25, though, can you comprehend below the age of 25?
Well, I was in Georgia Tech,
an
so I could.
adult.
My frontal lobe
Below
has
the age of
yet to
25.
develop.
She's an adult.
Legally,
She can
but
drive
not
a
mentally.
car. People.
I actually can't drive
Legally.
a car because I have epilepsy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, then the comprehension might be.
Down.
Compromise.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand
That's
that.
The
fair.
seizures like cook my brain, you know.
Pass.
And what I do like is she's very honest about this. She's like, he's stupid. I know.
All right, what about you? Is what you're doing bringing you further or closer from a family with kids?
I think it's putting me on a different planet.
Fair. What about you?
I was like
Solar
closer.
system. No.
Chloe, what are you doing right now that you think makes it closer?
Everything that I'm working on, every area.
Such as?
Working, back in school, in the gym, losing weight.
Do you think
at
that's
least 2
gonna?
pounds.
Do you think working and making money going to bring you closer to finding a partner who will then have a family with you?
So it's giving me something positive to focus on.
Not as gonna get you
I
a
think I
negative.
could find
But is it
someone in
gonna
the gym.
is it gonna make you more attractive in the sexual marketplace to find a guy?
I believe so. I'm losing weight, 2
That's the
pounds a
problem
week.
Nope.
No, it won't. I'm here to tell you, no, it won't. That's one of the biggest lies that feminism teaches women. Get your bag. The men will follow. No, they won't, because men don't want it. Men don't want it because men don't benefit from it. They do not benefit from it. I'll say that again. Men don't care for it because men don't benefit from it. Shout out to the late great Heavy D from Heavy D and the Boys. And the song he did, Nothing But Love. where the chorus sings, what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine. That's what women think. And that was back in the mid to late 80s. So 30 some odd years ago, they were thinking about it then. Which is why he's like, I am loaded, but I got nothing but love for you. You get none of this material stuff until you prove to me you're worth it. But entitlement, you owe it to me. Because that's what entitlement is, when someone owes you something. You owe me resources. You owe me love. You owe me this. You owe me that. That's an entitlement. You expect it because you have it coming to you. Now, you've done nothing, zip, zilch, nada, zero. You haven't done a single thing to prove your worth to anybody, yet you want this. Make that make sense?
Nope.
It don't. Let's get back to it.
Okay, so
He's saying
the
the first
problem?
things you said were probably just going to bring you just a dude without shit. Because when you're talking about money, listen to what you're saying. If you want a man that's worth a damn, like how they were talking, he don't care how much money you
That's
make.
true. It's true. I'm doing other things. I can keep
But
going.
he was just trying to get you.
That's just
to
the
get
first
that's what you led
understanding.
with.
Yes,
That's what
you
you led
did.
with, which is probably what you're going to lead with when you talk with them, because women, for some odd reason, think their status, their income, and their education matters to us. It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
I was gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I cook,
but-
I clean.
Barely.
I don't
learn
think
new
they think that,
recipes.
Myron.
Huh?
I don't think they think it.
What do you think they think?
I think women try to lead with what they believe they have that's the best of whatever it is.
No.
If you
Not always.
You're right.
Sometimes it's
That's what I'm
also
saying.
first
That's what
priority.
you just did right there.
It's first
Not
priority
always.
for me. So first priority, since unfortunately right now I do have to pay all.
Shut up! Silencio la boca, por favor. Say nothing. Let the man speak. It's not because he's a man. He was speaking first. So don't give me that shit about he just said because he's a man. Bullshit. He was speaking and she just railroaded over him. Stepped all on his moment. And she speaks nothing, so she adds nothing to the conversation, which means she should have shut the fuck up to begin with. And of course, is she black?
Yep.
You know it. Because she matters. In her head, she's all that and a bag of chips. And I don't care what you say.
Nope.
It doesn't matter to me. Which is, on his face, one of, if not the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And there it is. Let's get back to it.
My bills.
You said first priorities for you.
Right
but what was
now.
the question he asked you? It
What would
was about
lead me
you. It was
closer?
about you
Yeah.
coupling
But
with
obviously
someone.
I'm thinking about
See, that is why they
myself.
gave me that psychology
Yeah.
degree and not y'all. If you just listened for a second, you were doing a very good
I was
job of it.
listening,
I know,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You were doing a very good job, so
Okay.
I'm listening. It's not all. You never jump in and say not
Okay.
all. What I was trying to explain to you is that women will lead with what they think is the best thing. That's why you can't ask a woman how many people you slept with, because she will try to judge it based upon who asked me and what do they probably want to hear. Y'all answer like that.
Yeah.
That's why y'all always try to figure out, why did you ask me that, instead of just answering what was asked.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I know that men are not.
One thing that has slipped my mind and is not spoken about enough on these podcasts. Mr. Sotomayor is a psychology major. He went to college, he went to university for that. So he knows of what he speaks. So the question I want to ask right now is, why do women push back on him so hard when he knows what he speaks? He's read the books. He's seen his case studies. He's dealt with the women. He understands them. So why would you question it? He ain't talking about me. Yes, he is. Let's get back to it.
Concerned about our money or
What you love
income or
with that, Joey?
education.
Yeah.
I
What you
know,
love
because
with
that's my first
He's trying
priority.
to train.
I agree. I need to reward.
He's trying to
I
train
understand what
you.
you're saying. I know. I need to
All right,
reword what I'm
so
saying.
See
I
how we
agree.
took a very simple exercise and they all fucked it up except for one girl?
Yeah, one girl.
Like, all right. The foundation is a nuclear family. That is the dictator of whether you're going to have a failed society or not, okay? It's not feminism. It's not women having jobs. It's not women voting. It is nuclear families, which means a mom, a dad, and kids. So in order for us to achieve this nuclear family, okay, certain things have to be put in place. Women need to prioritize finding a man, not finding a career, making money, or having fun, or living their best life. The problem is that we don't tell women what they need to prioritize in their peak years, okay? In their peak years, we tell them, have fun, live your life, do whatever you want, pursue an education, etc., and then there's going to be a guy there waiting for you.
Yep.
That's not the truth. The guy's not going to be waiting there for you. And if there is a guy there waiting for you, it's not going to be your first choice.
Yep.
Okay? So, since we tell women to like, hey, you know what? Like, basically what we basically tell women is this. Go gamble in a casino. Okay? You got $2 million. Go gamble in a casino. Stay until 5:55 a.m., 5 minutes before it closes, then try to win at the end.
Yeah.
That's what we tell women to do. What I'm telling y'all is don't fucking go to the casino in the first place. Your chips are up. Like, cash out immediately.
Cash out, yeah.
You know what I mean? While you're still young and you can get the most. Because as you get older and older and older, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to find a guy that you want. And as you get older and older and older, your standards go up and up and up. And as your standards go up and up and up, that guy who you want, his standards are also going to go up and up and up too. And he doesn't give a fuck that you make money, or that you have a career, or that you're a real estate investor. We don't care about none of that shit. So it's like, if the bottom line is to find a guy and have a family, why aren't you doing things that are going to help you for that goal? Right?
I find no flaw or fault in his logic. None. And that's the problem with dating today. Could we fix it? Absolutely, yeah, we could. We could fix it.
Yep.
But in order to fix it, it's you are going to run the risk of not making your primary goal, which is to have sex, happen. Now, on a practical level, does it have to happen like that?
Nope.
No. Remember, back in the day, when you're not your father, but well, maybe your father, but more like your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, when they met their other halves. Back then, the situation was love, marriage, then sex and children. That's the way it was. Somehow, in our quest to enlighten ourselves, we lost the entire plot. Now it's sex, love, marriage, children, or sex, children, love, and marriage. Because more people are having kids before they get married, which is why marry before you carry is the thing. I'm not telling you nothing that you don't already know. If you sit down by yourself with your thoughts, you know what I'm saying is true. You know it. If you're honest with yourself and you're honest with the situation, you know I speak the truth. The question becomes, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Let's get back to it.
Like, if I want to be a plumber, why am I in electrician school? And that's effectively what women are. You guys all want to be fucking plumbers, but you're at electrician school. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
If you want to find a man and get a family, Why the fuck are you doing things counterproductive to that?
That's why the number one tool in a Batwoman's tool belt is shame.
Yep.
They will try to shame you because they will realize they don't have what it is you seek. So they will say, you are weak for not wanting to be with a woman with kids.
Ooh, tell them.
Yet they will shame you. The number one tool in their belt, even when they come up with this whole little dick energy. This is the stupidest thing. Now you got stank pussy energy. How about that? You got, think about it. If my dick got to be that big, how big is your pussy?
Yeah.
You never ask these women these questions because they shame you out of having common sense thoughts. That's how they got rid of common sense.
Yes.
Shame the individual out of having a common sense thought. So now you got old bitches saying these men need to date women age appropriate. That's another shame they have.
Yep.
Well, hold on. When you were in your 20s and your titties was perky and they no longer, when they weren't at your damn navel, you were with a man with money and you had access to what, as you said, you
Man,
was
20
in the
years older
casino.
than you. Oh, yeah.
You was in the casino, you had all your chips.
Yep.
And instead of cashing out, you was like, let's spin it again.
Let's do it again.
And now that your chips is low, you trying to tell everybody else how they should act towards you with a couple of chips. You wondering why your table ain't as full as it was when you had all them chips on the table.
Right.
Men aren't stupid. We understand. When my chips was high, the table was full of people who wanted my attention.
Yeah.
When we lost all our chips, we know exactly why there's nobody sitting there but us, a bottle of Jack, and our head down saying, please, please let this number hit.
Yeah. And again, now.
Again, I find no flaw or fault in Tommy's logic. And again, they're not telling you anything that you don't already know. And that's the most frustrating part of the whole situation. You already know this. Women know what they know, already know this. Men already know this. It's not rocket scientists. It's not rocket science. It's not quantum physics. It's common flipping sense. And women, because of feminism, they don't believe in it because it's contrary to what they're taught and want to believe. That's what the whole thing. Hold on a minute. I'm big screen. That's what this whole thing boils down to. Because it doesn't fit their worldview, they choose to ignore it. It's not that they don't know it. It's not that they can't know it. They don't want to. This whole thing, I love this example I'm about to give you, but it fits to a T. If you believe that the sky is green, and your friend comes up and tells you, no, I'm sorry to tell you, it's blue. And after all, you're saying, maybe it is blue. But wait, if the sky is blue, then what color's the grass? Oh, that's green. Then if the sky's blue and grass is green, water, I'm thinking that might be blue too. Uh-huh. What next? And that's what they're afraid of. One question or one response to one question that is based in truth can destroy their entire worldview. And they don't want that.
Nope.
They don't want that at all. Because then they got to think. And heaven forbid you got to do something as rudimentary as think. You got things like AI, you got things like smartphones, smart TVs, computers, smartphones, a plethora of things to make your life easier. But what it really does, it banishes thought. You don't have to think anymore. Especially now that AI's become prevalent. You don't even have to think about doing something. You can say, I want XYZ. And AI will get it for you. No muss, no fuss. Won't ask you why. Won't have an attitude. Won't be condescending. It'll just do it. That's what we're up against. And because of that one uncomfortable truth, shout out to my people over there for that. Because of that one uncomfortable truth, we're cooked. Nobody wants to be wrong, but somebody will always be wrong.
Hold up.
I'll say that again. Nobody wants to be wrong, but somebody is always going to be wrong. It's just life. Is it right?
Nope.
Is it kind?
Nope.
Is it fair?
Nope.
Is it just?
Nope.
But it is what it is.
Yep.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reporting the news. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Going back, so now that we've established what most women want and what a lot of you guys want too, maybe it might not be a family yet, or maybe, but you guys all want a partner, right? You want a partner that you can respect, admire, look to, defer to, a guy who's better than you. So I think, right, one of the strongest ways to protect a woman from herself is her father.
Yep.
But unfortunately, dads don't exist anymore. So, number one, we need to repeal the amendment. Take women's rights away to vote. Because you guys tend to put people in that destroy families. Democrats tend to put in fucking these politicians who will, you know, make it where it's like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and let no-fault divorce. Let's go ahead and destroy the man. Let's go ahead and make, don't worry, the state will take care of you as a single mom, right? So that's a big problem. Next, we need to get...
Okay, that's where they're wrong. And that's where I tend to deviate a bit from those guys. Because things like no-fault divorce and child support and other good stuff was put there for a reason. And the reasons were good at the time. They said, well, if women need to get a divorce because of infidelity, let's call it infidelity. We have to put into place policies and procedures that are going to benefit them to help them survive. That's a good thing. I don't care what anybody says. That's a good thing. Where it goes wrong is things like no-fault divorce and the bane of my existence, which is irreconcilable differences. Now that's a catch-all phrase that could mean any fucking thing you want. Anything. And I do mean anything. And no-fault divorces exacerbate the problem because now they're like, you got to have a good reason why we're going to grant you this divorce. Now, you don't have to. You don't need to do that. So now the guy's on the hook. And the other problem that compounds it is that the rules haven't changed with the times. If women are working and everything like that and making their own money and things like that, they don't need yours. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Yep.
They don't need your money because they're making their money. And if the guy takes a financial hit because he has to provide for himself and the children who no longer live with him, The woman can do the same thing. Take the hit. You're a big boss lady. No one can stop you.
Yep.
You can do it by yourself.
Yep.
You don't need no man.
Yep.
Go on with your bad self.
Yep.
Unfreaking real. Let's just do a little bit more of this and we'll call it a day.
Get rid of no-fault divorce. We need to incentivize families to stay together.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you remove the father from the house, you've effectively removed like the only barrier and really the only man who's going to give a fuck about this girl that isn't trying to sleep with her.
Yeah.
Your dad, unless he's a weirdo, 9 out of 10 times, and your brother are going to be the only motherfuckers that have penises that actually care about you and not getting laid. Right? And removing that from the household is disastrous. So limit divorce, make sure the father's still in the house, repeal the 19th Amendment, and then also we need to bring back shame in society. Because I think shame is one of the most important things that keeps things together. And I think feminism, one of the biggest things with feminism, they lied. They said, oh yeah, let's give women jobs. Let's give them education. Let's give them work. Let's give them the ability to do whatever they want. What feminism really is let's not shame women for doing these things. Right? Let's shame women that want to have families and kids and say that they're stupid, but like encourage them to do all this other shit that doesn't make them closer to that. So I think we need to reinstitute shame again, where if you're 25 years old and you don't have a man yet, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what do you? Well, how do you not have a family and kids?
Like in Japan.
You're
Like in China.
Yeah, in China they call them
Leftover
Shinyu,
cake. Yeah.
which stands for leftover Christmas cake.
Yeah.
See, the problem is though the way that you're saying doing it. You're
Oh yeah, they get mad at me. Yeah.
Yeah. And not even that. You're asking the devil to give you blessings. Let me explain.
Whoa.
Everything you're talking about is making a law for it. But who the one made the laws that allowed the women to act the way they were in the first place?
Man.
Cucks, yeah.
The government. So you don't want to go back to that same government and say, help us make these laws. Men, we have agency. I don't give a fuck if the law, think about it. In Georgia, they say you can sleep with a 16-year-old. Does that mean I have to do it?
No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the 16 is the...
Yeah, it's the age of consent in Georgia.
Yeah. There's some states where the age is 15. But if you think about it, so it's 17 and 355 days, can't touch her. The next day, the whole world can fuck this lady. Does that make any sense? What did she learn in 24 hours? What did she learn in 24 hours that allowed her to go from she can't fuck a 25-year-old because he's disgusting to she can fuck a 90-year-old? See? Women, y'all are told...
You shoot content with like old... And don't be acting like...
that's what I'm saying.
Yo,
It's a
yeah,
weird
she
thing.
posts weird shit with her suspenders and shit, man. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's a weird thing. Y'all don't think... Y'all don't think...
Yeah, how do you know?
She was here.
Yeah, how do you know?
We seen her
She showed
kids,
her last
remember?
time she was here.
We seen her on
We're
screen.
laughing at that. It was I remember.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
Yeah.
They don't think farther than what they're told. If somebody's told this is how it goes, every one of them think that's normal and this is abnormal. The whole idea of a woman's right to choose is a woman's body. They believe, all of them say this, yeah, it's my right. I should be able to kill this baby if I want to. But then you turn around and say, well, a man should have a right to not want to pay child support if he doesn't right to. That's messed up. What kind of man does that? Well, a non-killer, lady, because you're a killer. You actually killed it. He just ignored it. I'd rather be ignored than murdered.
Yep.
Preach, my brother, preach. This whole video is 24 minutes and 26 seconds. It's just a clip. But in this clip, it's showing the entitlement that modern women today have. And they are entitled. This whole thing with abortion. My body, my choice. Yeah, it is. It is. It's your choice. However, where's the man's choice in it? If you don't want to have this baby, why can't the man just say, I'm not paying for it?
Yep.
It's an honest question. But to women, no, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it.
Nope.
No, you don't. And the day is coming where somebody is going to say enough is too much, and they're going to be in court, and they're going to bring up something we're bringing up. And the question boils down to this. Why can't I do what you do? That's simple. Why can't I do what you do? You can give up the kid. Why can't I surrender my parental rights? I don't want the child. If you don't want it, it's dead. You kill it. Now, in total transparency and full disclosure, I'm against abortion. I don't like it. If it was up to me, it would be outlawed. But it's not up to me. And I'm of the mind where I respect your decision, but at the same point, you need to respect mine. If I don't want this child, and you are hell-bent on having it, have it, but don't look this way for any help. That'll stop a lot of this craziness with women sleeping around indiscriminately. Because there'll be no back-end benefit. If it goes wrong, it just goes wrong, and you're stuck holding the bag. There it is. Handle it. You deal with it. Fix it. This entitlement stuff's got to stop. It's got to stop before it ruins even more lives than it already has. And with that, we come to the end of another one. If you happen to make it this far, thank you. We hope that we had entertained you. We hope you've enjoyed the presentation. And most importantly, we hope you learned something from it. Because as I always say, if I teach one person, if I can reach one person and make their lives a little bit better for listening to one of our podcasts, my job is done. And as always, this and other podcasts in the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day podcast family are brought to you by the power of 5. Like, comment, subscribe, notify, share. All those things are important and powerful, but if you just do one, like the video, you'll be glad you did. Also, this is the last week for our competition where we're giving away a new laptop. So if you haven't already, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, And with that being said, this is OBJ telling you to love one another. Be kind to one another. Do better. And we'll see you in the next one.